Hello, my name is Ray Salazar, and you are listening to Morning Reel, a 3 to 4 to 100-minute or so podcasts of films that I review of all nationalities, all places, black or white, in Technicolor, good or bad, I review them. You know, when I was growing up, I never ate hot Cheetos because it was just too hot for me. Then in my teens, somebody gave me a bag of hot Cheetos with nacho cheese on top of it, and I was like, all right, I'll try it. And then they poured the ground beef on top of it. I'm like, all right, you know what? Here we go. And it changed my life. And turns out that this thing changed all kinds of people's lives. And I'm joined with my partner, my friend, my brother from another mother. I got E-Zone in the house on this podcast. What's up, E-Zone?
What's up, Ray? What's up, morning, real people?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing good, man. The hot Cheetos, I always started out eating hot Cheetos, bro. I had a cousin who's to this day is like, we always joke to say he's addicted to him because he like literally will always have a bag with him, and he's like 40 something.
Are his hands always red?
No, I don't know how I don't know how he manages to get all the fucking hot Cheeto paint off. I'm like, bro, are you biting your fingers or something? Yeah, but he's always eating hot Cheetos. Like if there's a bowl, you know, like at a party where they have them like that, he's like he'll sit by that bowl until that shit's done, bro.
Damn.
And I'm like, damn, dude, you just came up on some hot Cheetos, huh? Like, but yeah, that fool's like old now, and my whole family eats them, bro. Like my mom likes them, my grandma likes them, you know.
Yeah, who doesn't like hot Cheetos, man? Straight up. What we're talking about today is called Flamin Hot. It's a 2023. It just came out. Biographical comedy drama film directed by Eva Longoria, who's actually an alumni of CSUN, where E-Zone graduated from.
I graduated with her.
Imagine that, dude.
Yeah, I saw her walk stage. She was a part of my graduating class at CSUN. So yeah, she did her thing at CSUN. You know what? It felt good to see not only like another film like with produced and directed by Raza. Yeah, it was cool to see a film like that, not only filmed and directed by Raza and just having a lot to do with Raza, but it was she's a very attractive woman. And a lot of people think that when you're an attractive woman in Hollywood or something like that, you can only just get certain roles. But she was out there repping, bro. She made a great film.
She did a good job. I'm not gonna lie, man. Overall, I think it was a pretty cool movie. Let me go down the fucking little production history on this thing. This film was directed by Eva Longoria, screenplay by Luis Colic and Linda Yvette Chavez, who probably put the actual flaming hot flavor in this film. Starring Jesse Garcia, Annie Gonzalez, Dennis Haysbert, and Tony Shalhoub, based on A Boy, a Burrito, and a Cookie, From Janitor to Executive by Richard Montañez, and the life stories of Richard and Judy Montañez. Cinematography by Federico Cantini, edited by Lisa D. Espinas and Kayla Emter. Music by Marcelo Zarvos. Distributed by Hulu and Disney Plus, man. Searchlight Pictures. Wow, man. It's crazy. This film came out in South by Southwest on March 11th. We didn't see posters of it till maybe 2 months before.
When this current South by Southwest?
Yeah, this last one that just happened. Yeah, it was there.
Damn.
Yeah, man. This movie is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It's a pretty good plot. You know, it's pretty much the life story of the hot Cheeto and the guy who came up with it, and who this person is. Like, why should we care about this guy? You know, what made it so important? It turns out, because of him and because of his wife, really. And
the candle.
And the candles, the faith, the self-manifestation. Even though it wasn't spoon-fed to you, that was what that movie's all about, believing in your shit, especially when there's nobody around who's gonna really believe in it to begin with.
I enjoyed the film, man. I really I'm a crier, bro, when it comes to a lot of films, bro. If they get me for all those emotional things, and I didn't understand how hard it was to be a parent. We're a product of the 90s, so I didn't know how hard it was for our parents to have to deal with the invisible barrier in the working force. When you see certain examples of his boss where he's like, Montañez, he's like, what are you doing over here? You can't talk to these people, bro. My mom used to be a janitor, bro, and not a janitor, but like at this office, like she used to do maintenance there or whatever. And I just remember she used to treat that job like it was the best job ever. Not in the sense that she was so happy, but just like she couldn't be late. She took that shit with pride because there was like this like invisible whip that was cracked on like Latinos at that time because we didn't have that much of a space to grow or to be our own people. It's not like we take a lot of the liberties we have as Latinos for granted now, and we don't, which that bypasses all the hard shit our parents had to go through and still come home and be cool with us and find a way to be a good parent and not knowing that they probably had a racist boss or somebody who said some fucking fucked up shit and they were making it happen for us, bro. And that's what that film made me realize, bro. Like I was like, fuck, man. I wish I could thank my dad, you know, like, I could thank my mom, but you know.
Yeah, Eva Longoria did a pretty good job at like pretty much showing the, like what you mentioned, you know, the hardships of our parents and our grandparents, you know, and
like it wasn't easy to get a job. Like when our parents were around, bro, it was like you could go and have an application, but they'll throw it in the trash. You had to have one of us in and be like, I'll see what I can do. And even then, fool, like some Latinos at that time acted like gatekeepers, bro, because we're always haters like that sometimes, unfortunately.
That was actually a pretty like well written scene about
the accuracy.
Yeah.
Of how fucked up we can be with one another, bro.
I like the scene where like he like walks out of the house and he goes like, right across the street where all the fucking, you know, the cholo homies are at, asking for a job, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And he's like, you're right. He
and it wasn't so easy for like the homie to do it because, you know, he was part of the gang or whatever, you know, making money and shit. And that's just pretty cool, man, that like there is some like good light shed on shit like that, you know, the culture and the divide really, you know, amongst our own, you know, our own raza.
Because you got to highlight the good and the bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not just, we can't act like it's all fucking perfect, bro. Like this, you know, we don't like to hide our history. There's no need for it, bro. Like you got to let them know what comes along with the whole package.
I like the black homie in the film. He reminded me of like a, kind of like a cool Denzel Washington of some sort.
Yeah, he did. He's the Allstate guy, right?
Yeah, he's the Allstate guy.
Yeah, he's like, this is not a time. No, was it State Farm or I don't know, one of them? Yeah,
we are in your hands.
Yeah, you're in good hands.
You're in good hands. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Allstate.
Him. He's I thought he was a great fit too.
Yeah,
because he played the perfect kind of like person that like, I'm restricted. I don't really like to shed light on anybody, and then that dude really kept trying. I like the persistence, bro, because a lot of us get discouraged by hearing no, and then there's a lot of us that don't. I wish there was a lot of us that kind of like kept that, persistence, man, because persistence is one of those things that, I mean, I'm glad I learned it at such a young age and how valuable it is to be persistent about something or persistent towards something.
Yeah, man. I mean, he had a lot to lose, man. I mean, he had kids. He had a fucking dad who didn't like really mentally support him.
Who played his dad?
Mila Rivera.
Yo, I swear, bro, like
he did a fucking good job.
There was that scene where fuck, what is he? I think he socks him or something like that. What does he?
I don't think he socks him.
No, he doesn't sock him, but he's like, he says some deep shit. He was like, where he's like, fuck, I always see myself like, he's like, I can't support you because I couldn't see myself in you or something like that. I don't know what it was, bro, but it was fucked up, bro. That's a moment that fucking got me like fucking teary up, dog. When I think it was when he tries to tell him about that God shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, you think that we fucking forgot? Or some shit like that. And
In front of the pastor.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, bro. I was like, this is fucked up, dog. But it's so true.
And this girl's like, baby, I got you, dog. Like, don't worry about these people right here.
Yeah, that shit fucked me up.
Yeah, man. Some parents can just be ruthless like that, trying to shut down on your fucking like ambition, you know, your dreams, if you got any, you know. It's
because they're broken.
Yeah, because they're broken. Exactly. That's why you got to show them, dude. You got to show yourself, most important. You got to show yourself that you got it. Honestly, one of my favorite little moments in that film, and I teared up at that moment because like when the black homie like showed him the first bag, fool.
Yeah.
The first bag. I'm like, damn, dude, like to see your product like at a like owned by Pepsi, dude. Like one of the big boys, you know, in all of sodas, period, you know, to see your fucking product come out of that. It's a really good feeling, whether wasn't selling or not.
I wonder if he still has that bag.
For real, dude. That bag is a jam.
So I wish they did a re-release of that packaging.
What I did like about that film a lot is showing like, and see, when I was watching the movie, I had some problems with it, man. I was just like, is this really like agenda based type of like programming, like from a Latino perspective, you know? Because, you know, Longoria fucking okayed all these fucking shots. She okayed the way this film was gonna come out, you know? Like, she was doing something with that, you know? And I mean, for the most part, the way it seems is very positive. You know, basically, like, you got to get the whole community on your back, really push your shit, bro. That's kind of like the only way you can really stand out. You can't just, like, rely on the big machine to do it, you know, especially if you're going to do all the work. It's crazy that it really takes you having to, like, really go out there and just get people on your back to believe in you. And that kind of sucks, man, that, like, you really got to. It's not that it doesn't suck. It's just that, like, I guess that's just what it has to be, you know, to like really push. I guess like one couple of problems that I would have about this film is just the way the third act was going out, you know, where like, okay, the product's out there, it's not doing so good to the point where like, you know what, our shit can be shut down. And it turns into this like,
we got to save it. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to save the warehouse. We got to save the company. Really? Pepsi? You're going to kill Frito-Lay?
Yeah.
Well, not Frito-Lay. They're going to shut down the plant.
You're going to shut a factory down because of one product?
Yeah.
I do agree with that, bro, because as of lately, like, when it comes to certain failed Latino Netflix shows where they try to make them all Latino, they always try to fucking say, we got to save the taco shop. We got to save this. Like, thank God it wasn't a taco shop this time, but we're always trying to fucking save something, bro. Like, we can never be in the safe zone or what?
Yep.
I guess not.
No, I guess not, man. But hey, man, like every other, like, you know, commercialized product of a Latino film, there's always got to be a good ending. There's always got to be a, you know, a cheesy flow of events that follows one after another. And, you know, Longoria made her work. You know, I got to give it to her. I really enjoyed the film. I hope she makes another film, you know, about Latinos, you know, ran by Latinos, you know, shit like that. Because especially nowadays, there's not a lot of it. It really isn't. It's rare nowadays, you know.
What, a whole cast ran by Latino and all that stuff?
Yeah, or like, you know, pushing more about stories like that, you know, story about the hot Cheeto.
Or like an original story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or much more original than that, you know, like she does a really good job at like handling generational trauma. You know?
Yeah, she captured that very well.
I really hope that she does make films more towards that type of thing. You know, I think she'll like, if she, Longoria, man, if you're listening, thank you. And you deserve you deserve any type of awards coming your way, and I hope you push towards more, you know, generational trauma films, you know. Or not. I don't know. But yeah. Overall, I enjoyed the film, and yeah, that scene with the father and the son where he's fixing his tie and shit.
Yeah.
That shit was hardcore too. I was like, man, like,
yeah, that shit was.
When you're admitting to your shit, bro, that's respect. That's respect right there.
That,
bro.
I was like, man, fool, I was like, man, you don't know what I would do to hear that from my own father.
Yeah, man, from your parent and shit, like that you really want to hear it from, like, that's everything, bro. That's like, you can have all the homies on your back, bro, but like, to really feel a successful person, you know, you gotta have everybody on you, man. You gotta have your family on you, your actual family, you know, your immediate family, because that's what drives you, man. That's a part of your, like, that's your support system, period, man. You gotta have that core to really push out the shit that you want to push out, man, whatever it may be. Food or not, hat or not. It's a lesson to be learned with movies like this. And I can't wait for the next one, man. E-Zone. What'd you give this movie?
Out of what?
Out of your own type of rating.
I mean, if I had to rate it like out of like a point system, and it's like out of 5, I'm gonna give it like I'm gonna say it's 4.5 out of 5.
4.5 out of 5. Cool. Yeah, the Toke system that I got, it's out of 4. I don't know, man. The cheese with the actual story, it's hard. It's hard. This is a movie I would watch again. I know for sure I'm going to rewatch it because not just for inspiration, but like, you know, this film was pretty well like executed. You know, had a good soundtrack. It had Be Real in it.
Yeah,
Shout
I
out
saw
to Be
that.
Real, Knows a Motley. You know, and they didn't just put a cameo of Be Real. Like, you can hear Be Real in that
Yeah.
fucking scene.
The whatever. Yeah, you can hear in that transition. You can hear the soundtrack. It's a certain song. It's a new song. I think it's a whole new song.
Yeah, it's recently come
Which
out.
is very hard to see in films these days too, when they have an actual genuine soundtrack. Like I would enjoy certain soundtracks made for certain movies. Like Little Nicky had the Deftones in it.
Yeah.
What is it? You know, like Rush Hour had another great soundtrack.
Yeah, those two Rush Hour films that have good soundtracks. Yeah, so shout out to Longoria to like choosing the right music to, you know, to help push the film. Even the beginning of the film, you know, the
Yeah.
was all like, you know, Latino inspired, dude. So, you know what, just for the cheese, bro, because it did work. It did work. 3.5 tokes, man. You got me, Longoria, because you know what you're doing, man.
The burrito, dog.
The burrito, 25 cents.
Yeah.
Pay up.
I was like, that resonated a lot with that, bro, because I was one of those kids that I always thought about making money.
Yeah.
I really just always wanted to make money, but I was like, what? How can I do?
You got a racist kid to eat his product and say, I want more.
Yeah.
You got through him. You see, that's what food does, man. Food really just like crosses barriers. Like it brings people together, man.
Straight
Which
up.
is, I like the fact that we do our show High and Hungry, man, because it brings people together. I mean, look at how it brought you to like having to hang out with like some cool ass people who work at Disneyland, bro, and who give you love, man, just because like you do a fucking, well, it's not just because of the food show, but like a lot of it does have to do with food.
Love for food that I do.
Exactly. And see where it goes and see where it can come to in the future. My name is Ray Salazar. Follow me at Morning Shot Films, IG and YouTube. E-Zone, do you have any shout outs, dude?
Just follow me at Flavors by E-Zone on Instagram, High and Hungry TV, which is our Instagram for High and Hungry. Watch the new episodes on Be Real TV YouTube. And go to my website, buy some shit, flavorsbyezone.com.
Yeah, go, man. He has all the exclusives. He has his whatnot, too, where he, you know, hunts for the latest fucking shirt,
Just dope
product,
memorabilia.
dope memorabilia.
Vintage, all around any resale stuff.
He has it, man. He got some cool movie stuff, too, man. Some really cool movie stuff. Cool memorabilia.
And exclusive Cypress Hill shit. Like, for real. Check it out.
Yeah, check it out, man. Yeah, man, check out my website, morningshotfilms.co. I got merch. I was thinking of doing some morning real merch. I'm not sure what to do. Maybe a mug or so. People like to, like, you know, listen to podcasts with a cup of coffee. So I think about it like that. The next podcast will be with Mildred Fernandez. Mildred and I will be reviewing Kajillionaire, directed by Miranda July. So if you like Miranda July, that's a podcast to listen to. Thank you, and on to the next one.